The weatherman got it right this time. Snow was forecasted, and it fell and still falling at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one, and we are underway from FedEx Field. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he's got room. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. ETN up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, You're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 27, Jackson slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Let's go. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So problems come. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A give running right, Etienne. A beautiful fake. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the option, here's Etienne. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better, though, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson going to run. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far. Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now it's Jackson. Able to connect with Dotson. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Jackson will throw again. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Back to throw now on first down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now Jackson on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Barkley inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And oh, he coughed it up. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things.
Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Touchdown! Richie James, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Pitching it out to Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 101 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Out left to Dotson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44, Jackson. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes you're playing.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Travis Etienne from 13 yards out. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. working with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He goes airborne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. 18, right here.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Jackson forced out to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stuck.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket. waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run with Etienne. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Panther 11. Broncos. Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Giants 42, Commanders 28. Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now Jackson. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Jackson to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
From the 5 now, second and a yard. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points.